Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time. We all have our stories. For many of us, the longer our lives are, the quieter our stories become.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
But our stories don't need to end at 50 or 70 or 90.
Once upon a time.
Once upon a time.
There are still friends, laughter, and memories to be made.
The best part about being at the center is seeing how all these seniors are so active. Table tennis and yoga, carpet, everything. These people are keeping their lives going because they're so active in both physical, mental, and personal relationships here at the center.
Once upon a time.
The best part of being at Lsrs is the socialization and I think the companionship and the exercise. But without Lsrs, I wouldn't have much of a life.
Once upon a time, the Langley Senior Resources Society was born. Since 1982, Lsrs has been the community center for people over 50 in Langley City and the township of Langley in British Columbia. People come to the center for different reasons, with different interests, and with their individual stories. They learn, exercise, create, play, but the main reason people love Lsrs is the connections they make with others.
The very best part of Lsrs is the people, the volunteers, the friends I meet, the people that work here. It's a peaceful, fun, enjoyable place to be. It's my safe place.
Once upon a time.
I just love nature. I love coming here and working it, listening to the birds. It's just beautiful. And the senior center is just a wonderful place to come. It's like a second home.
Once upon a time.
I like participating with the wood carving group. I find coming here allows me to meet people that I would never ever meet. Then sometimes really helps me grow spiritually and mentally. Meeting wonderful people is the best part of coming to the senior center.
There are new chapters being written every day at Langley Senior Resources Society. So what will you say at the end of your story?
And I lived happily ever after.
And I lived happily ever after.
And I lived happily ever after.
And I lived happily.
And I lived happily.
And I lived happily.
And I lived happily.
And I lived happily, happily.
Happily. Happily. Happily. Happily. Happily. Happily.
Happily.
And I lived happily ever after.